Welcome back to Conscientious Omnivore. My name is Pal. Out here in the woods finally, after a long time of not trail running. Just been really kind of crazy with everything going on. And yeah, I just figured I'd do a video. Just posted a couple more recent ones, which were from a year ago. One of them was, I think, filmed 2 years ago. And I just posted it. But trying to get back. And I realized that this video, if my math serves me correctly and my folder structure on my computer doesn't lie, is going to be the 500th video that I'm posting and or have made for the channel. Got a couple of bikers going by. So it's been I think getting on close to 6 years now that I've been posting videos, if I remember right. This fall is going to mark my 8th year vegan anniversary. So that's how I kind of remember when I started the channel, because I think the first video I did, or one of the first videos, it wasn't the first one, I remember the first one, but the one of the first ones I did was talking about my 2-year vegan anniversary, if I remember right. So anywho, long story short, it's been a while, and this is the 500th video. I kind of can't believe like how far I've managed to go. Never really kind of imagined that I would have as many subscribers as I do. I kind of can't believe it. Sometimes I'm just shy of 3,500 subscribers right now. Thank you to everybody. I really appreciate you guys. And I kind of can't believe it. I mean, I remember I was like putting up videos for like a long time, like months. And I just remember like even thinking like 100 subscribers was like kind of like crazy. Like, wow. Like, how could I ever get that many people to care about anything I'm talking about? But sure enough, eventually that happened, and then more and more, and I think the 1,000 threshold was like a huge thing for me. I couldn't believe that, and yeah, I just kind of can't imagine everybody's support and interest. So I hope that I can continue that, and I've done a lot of kind of thinking and soul searching, if you will, about what I will continue to do, or what kind of direction I want to put the channel in, what kind of videos I want to make. It's kind of a complex issue, but there's a lot of things that kind of made me stop making videos. I mean, some of it was just getting busy and I had a lot of life things going on. Some of it's personal, I don't want to talk about it. Some of it was just like, you know, changing my work. As I've talked about in previous videos, I kind of started doing construction work and I just was not at the computer. I'm still not at the computer very often now, but I'm trying to make some time. And long story short, you know, I mean, there was like the COVID stuff, had a lot of family stuff going on, trying to start a business, being busy, etc., etc. And I also kind of really believe in keeping like the channel kind of to its core of like what I've envisioned from the beginning. Like, I never really wanted to do different kinds of like videos to what I kind of started the channel, like, which is the channel name, Conscientious Omnivore. You know, I basically wanted to keep the focus on what I think is really important in that regard. So like, I have a lot of other areas of my life, a lot of other facets to my being that I do think are important as well. But that's not what I made the channel about, you know. So I think like I always wanted to be respectful of like people who are viewing, where I want to like kind of keep it focused on that main topic. I mean, I did have some videos here and there where I put stuff about other things, and then slowly but surely I kind of started moving those kind of topics to other realms. So put more stuff on my music channel or whatever, if it wasn't really related to that core kind of topic. And you know, I'll still put up videos, I think, about like things here in Hungary or in Europe or whatever, but like the main focus is still going to be on basically like the ethics of veganism, gardening, growing and producing your own food, sharing your own food, kind of like health related kind of things that I've talked about so much in the past. And really just kind of, you know, reaching out to people and trying to be an example that somebody would be interested in or want to follow. So I'm just kind of sharing this aspect of my life with you, and hopefully it resonates with people. And you know, I think often it does. I think back to some of my, you know, kind of more difficult videos to make. Sometimes like put a lot of time into it and a lot of research, put things together, a lot of editing, you know, doing whatever, and you don't get very many views on it. And sometimes it's easy to, you know, get discouraged and think, okay, well, nobody really cares about this stuff, like why should I do this, you know? But people do care, and it really does matter to me. I remember like several videos where that happened, where, you know, I got a really touching or heartfelt message, and it just made me think, you know what, if that's the only person that's ever watched it, I don't care. Like, that's awesome already. It's already worth it for me to take that effort and make that video. And I'll probably do a separate video about that and maybe share some of my favorite kind of comments and stuff back. But you know, you get the negative feedback as well sometimes. So it's like, if you're not mature in your own kind of self-awareness or whatever, I don't even know what the right word for it is, but basically like if you're too self-conscious or just kind of worried about stuff, then it's really easy to let the negative comments get to you. I try not to do that, but obviously sometimes it's easier than other times. But yeah, so, you know, basically, I guess what I'm saying is that I hope to be back, and I know I keep saying this and then never actually doing it, but I'm gonna try really hard right now. I've got kind of some things in my mind that I want to get through and I want to share with you guys. I've got a lot of stuff going on at the house that I'm still working on. The tiny house is still not finished, but I can see the light at the end of the tunnel now, and hopefully it's not a train coming to get me. But yeah, anywho, like basically I got a lot of stuff going on. We're working on the, you know, the eventual food forest, the garden. I keep putting in effort there. I keep seeing results, so it's really cool. I'm happy about that. Mrs. CEO is awesome. She's great. The kids are great. Everybody's good. You know, I've had some like family stuff going on in the wider family, but thankfully our immediate family is all good. We got no problems. But yeah, so it's been kind of a bumpy couple of years, you know. I just felt like during some of the COVID stuff, you know, during like this war now in Ukraine, like there's so many like political things going on. There's so many just crazy stuff, like, and it's hard to just kind of keep you know, focused on the things that might seem like they don't matter as much, you know, in comparison. But I think they do matter, and I think that's why I'm going to start making videos again, because I really feel like so many of these things, it's easy to get down about and feel like you have no control over the world, no control over kind of what's going on around you. And I guess my message is what I've been saying right from the beginning of this channel, is that, you know, you can influence a great deal just by changing your immediate attitude, your immediate surroundings, your immediate kind of environment. And small changes can have a big effect if they multiply, you know, through your community, your local efforts. So I guess in times of kind of craziness, like, if anything, it's maybe more important to keep working locally and keep doing the little things you can change. So I'm going to have some videos where I kind of share my thoughts about some of the stuff that's going on, and how, you know, we can kind of minimize the effects, not just on us, you know, in the form of like prepping and stuff like that, which I've kind of, you know, also always been into on the channel. If you go back and look at some of my early videos, I was telling you guys about canning food and drying food and whatever, and, you know, all these kinds of things, and the idea of being more self-sufficient and growing your own food. So, you know, I think more than ever these things are important. I mean, you look at some of the shortages that happened during the pandemic. You look at some of the shortages that are happening as a result of, you know, the sanctions on Russia and like the various, you know, geopolitical kind of stuff going on. I think if anything, now is more than ever, it's important to kind of like have your own kind of stuff together as much as you can, and yeah, basically, you know, get your local community, your local friends, family to stay together and help each other out as much as possible. So I don't think my message has really changed, you know, in that regard, even since the beginning of the channel. So I think that's going to kind of stay the same as well. So yeah, I guess I've kind of rambled on. I think my brain's a little bit depleted here. I haven't been running in a long time. I'm a little bit out of shape. I'm going to be working on that in the next few days. Over the next few days, I should say. Probably months. To kind of regain some of my fitness, lose a bit of weight. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I mean, like mentally, like I feel kind of a newfound clarity that I actually haven't had, I think, for a while. I feel like I got kind of lost for, you know, a year or two before this, and it's just been really kind of tough. I've had a lot going on, and I feel like things are coming into focus now, and just things are going to be better going forward. So that's why I feel like I want to start making videos again too. I don't like being negative. Maybe I should have posted some negative videos too, just so everybody sees I'm human just like everybody else. I get negative too. But I want the channel to be positive and you know, kind of share kind of the good things as well. But yeah, I guess it's important to acknowledge the negative stuff too. So yeah, that's it for now. Expect a lot more gardening videos. Maybe a few more things related to the tiny house stuff. I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely more gardening, more ethics and stuff as well. I think if anything, the world kind of needs that more than ever. And I also see kind of a discouraging trend nowadays where a lot of people are just kind of bad-mouthing veganism by way of being kind of anti-establishment and anti-World Economic Forum and whatever. And somehow it's getting lumped in with all the wrong people, I think, you know. And so, like, if you know me, if you've watched the channel, you know, like, my views on people like Bill Gates and these other kind of oligarchs throughout the world. And I am by no means happy to see that people associate veganism with the likes of those people, and that it's somehow some kind of a forced governmental, you know, I don't even know what you call it, but like basically like an edict or a program that's being pushed down on people, and they're, you know, they're coming for your meat and they're coming for your guns. You know, this kind of attitude I think is really kind of scary and delusional, quite frankly, because I think it's just a way to like kind of scare people, and basically, you know, it's like another red button, what do you call it, red button topic. It's like during the elections, you know, you can rile people up and have them vote for you depending on whether you're for abortion or against abortion, or whether you're for gun rights or against gun rights, or, you know, whatever. And then it's just an easy way to distract people, to make it be about something that doesn't really, you know, in my mind, qualifies the most important thing. And so anywho, I think that's an important thing to talk about, because I think there's a lot of bad messengers out there for any cause, obviously, and you want to have as many good proponents of an idea out there as possible. And I like to think that I'm a fairly reasonable, level-headed person when it comes to the advocacy of veganism, and I certainly don't want to be in a movement that's being co-opted by a bunch of oligarchs who are basically taking away people's you know, freedoms and what have you. And you know, the channel is called Conscientious Omnivore because I recognize and realize that we are omnivores. We have a choice. We can eat whatever we want, but I want to choose to eat plants for ethical reasons, for health reasons, then of course there's all these other reasons that are kind of, you know, ancillary benefits, the environmental impact being lower and what have you. But I certainly don't think it's a good idea to force this onto people. I want people to choose to make this decision for themselves. I don't want it to be a government edict. I don't think that works very well. You look at like prohibition of alcohol in the United States, or other things, drugs, you know, recreational drugs now. It's the same thing. You know, you force people, you tell people you can't have something, you can't do it, you're not allowed to. They just want to do it even more. So I don't think that's a good approach. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that for a brief video, but maybe I'll do more videos about specific things later. So I think I've been yapping on long enough. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Beautiful day out here today. Finally, spring has sprung. I've had nothing but rain for a week before this. A couple days ago was when it finally ended. And I'm just really happy to be out and about. I'm going to be hopefully out and about doing a lot more of these runs. And I'll share them as I do them. So hope everybody's good. I want to appreciate and I want to say thank you, and I appreciate all the welcome back wishes and comments and things from everybody. So happy to see that there's still an audience, and I will do my best to keep things interesting and upbeat and positive. So that's it, guys. Have a great one. See you in another video soon. Bye.